So this is our place here. This is an old barn that had pigeons in it, 300 homing pigeons when we bought the place. We have converted it into our own little slice of heaven. We call it the bird's nest because of the pigeons that were here. The old school screen door, our security system. As you walk in, you can see it's pretty well lit in here. Been collecting signs for about 10 years. A lot of the things in here I made myself. The chandelier over the big spool here, that was an old chicken brooder. Actually used to raise chickens under that when I was a kid. And these big spools, this one is perfect bar height. And we had a good friend of ours do some artwork on top of it. Even got a little robot guy he drew over here where the hole was for the cable originally spooled on here. And if you drop your cans through the hole, it drops right in the recycle bin. A little bit more of the artwork that he's done. I'll show you just one page here of what we started out with in here. It was quite the mess when we got started in here, but as you can see, it's turned into something a little bit better. This is our wall with a lot of our neons on it. Schmidt, Hamm, and Greenbelt are our main focus, but there's Olympia because they owned Hamm's at one point. The vintage no smoking sign I found in a church basement that they were tearing down in Minneapolis. This is one of my favorites too. Very tough piece to find. We also collect vintage snowmobiles, so it was kind of cool to have a crossover piece. This is a Hamm's ethnic piece. These are tough scenes to come by. A few of our Schmidt pieces here. And you can see quite a few of our trays that we have on the ceiling that go all the way down. Mostly Hamm's, Schmidt, Greenbelt, and Olympia with, like I say, a couple others thrown in. Come over here. This is a 1956 Hamm's TV Rippler. That was Hamm's first motion sign. We kind of look around the stage here. We got speakers and 2 microphones and a stand, and we can do karaoke out here. We got an amp. We can have somebody play the guitar and sing out here, whatever they want to do. A lot of good times spent out here. This is Hamm's 1965 anniversary Rippler. This is probably my favorite of their motion signs. That center section just dances around. I like that one. Some old Milwaukee stuff. My wife's dad was an old Milwaukee drinker back in the day. Guy starts running out of room. You think you got a big building, you just don't end up with enough room for everything. So onto the ceiling some of this stuff went. Big lens out of a Greenbelt sign. Had the wife's name put on that one. And we got our Hamm styrofoam bears sitting on top of one of our speakers watching over everybody. Got a big 12-foot sign up on the ceiling. Hamm's lake scene. We got a rotating Stroh's snowman. This was a liquor store display that we put in there. So what happens is the season greetings. Over here we got more. This Greenbelt water skier sign, that is a toughie, along with the Hamm's clock up above it up there. And you can see the wall of Schmidt beer. This is the 7 big signs here are self-framing cardboard signs, highly collectible. The cow one seems to be one of the more difficult and the most popular ones. And you come over here, you're going to build a bar, you got to have a bathroom. So we did it right. We got the urinal and the toilet. No raindrops on the lid for the ladies when they come in here. Wife said we needed a mirror in here, so I put every mirror we had in here. Come back outside here. We've got a wall of more Hamm signs. The Hamm's Flying Goblet sign is probably the holy grail of Hamm's collecting right there. Again, we got some more down here. Another one of those snowmobiles, which we love. Another grain belt sign. This one has the snowmobiles on it. A couple of rotating signs. We got the Hamm's Dominator, the water skiers, and the clock on it. And we come across this way, the Schmidt rotator. We got the Spanish Hamm sign. All the way down to the bottom. Got a lens out of an old Hamm sign from the 40s. This is a galvanized water tank that I turned into a two-person bench with cup holders on it. This here, an old oil barrel from 1905 that I turned into a pub table. And I made the wagon wheel chandelier to go above it. And over here we do have some wine drinking friends. So I took this old hand crank drill press and we put a corkscrew on the bottom of it. A lot of people bring wine bottles just for that. Then we come over this way to the bar. We got the bar complete with foot rail made out of just old threaded pipe and flanges. Cooler big enough to hold all of our supplies. Some of our back bar signs here. This is the Hamm Scenorama. This is probably the most popular one that everybody remembers. We got a calendar bear over here. This little Schmidt sign was a cash register sign. And this saying still holds true. Anybody that visits here, you're welcome back anytime. This is the Hamm's neon from the 40s. And we got a pendulum clock. And if we come back around out here, we got came out of a friend's bar down in Nebraska called the Crescent Moon. And we got Tippy Cow. I thought the cow head belonged to the barn. These are old chicken feeders that I turned upside down to use for lights around the bar. Use a little sickle bar for decoration all the way around. More Barry Travis art that he drew up for us. The grain belt rotating sign. This is the new version of the dancing goblets, all LED. Nice little Olympia motion sign. We got a few more neons on this wall. And some tough signs to find. 5-foot Hamm's bear up on top. So that's the bird's nest. Anybody ever wants to come down to Winnebago and stop in and have one, you're more than welcome. Give me a heads up on Facebook. We'll tip a few. Thanks for looking.